Welcome to the Leadership Heart Podcast with Sandra J. Horton, the Growth Catalyst. Well, welcome everyone. Welcome to the Leadership Heart Podcast. I'm Sandra J. Horton, and this is the show where bold innovation meets conscious leadership. I am so excited today because I firmly believe that leadership is not about titles. It's about impact, intention, and the courage to serve others. On this podcast, we go beyond strategy and surface level success to real and honest conversations with change makers in health and tech, innovation, social impact, global connections, and beyond. You'll hear from visionary leaders who are building organizations that put people first. Leaders who understand that in a world powered by technology, it's humanity that must lead the way. So if you're ready to lead with more purpose and clarity and heart, you're in the right place. So welcome, welcome. Whether you're live or you're going to be listening to this on the podcast, let's dive in and let me explain and invite our amazing, beautiful guest today. And I'm going to invite our beautiful friend, Arafath Cholassary, who is a renowned success process coach. He is a life coach and the founder and director of this incredible organization, the Mega Global Hub, a global coaching and consulting network. And I'm part of it, which is wonderful, with a presence in over 105 countries. With more than 8 years of experience, he helps individuals and organizations unlock clarity and overcome challenges and to reach their full potential. And I'm not done. Arafath holds an MBA in marketing and finance. He has his BSc in computer science, a diploma in applied psychology. He's a certified Six Sigma black belt professional NLP master, which I love. And he's also an emotional intelligence coach. His work has earned him international recognition, and he truly transforms people's lives. And it is my honor to invite you. Thank you, Arafath, for coming in today. And I know it's late in India, but I thank you. I welcome you to the Leadership Heart Podcast. Thank you for joining me.
Thank you so much, Sandra, for inviting me. It's such an honor to be here.
Well, you know, with that beautiful and amazing background, Arafath, there's so much opportunity for us to dive in. But what I said to the market, like to everyone out there, that this is our opportunity to really connect from the heart. And the first question that really I wanted to jump right into is, what was your why? What inspired you to build this amazing, the Mega Global Hub, which I'm a part of, and many of our friends around the globe are a part of? It truly is something that connects leaders and ideas across borders. So can we dive into that? What is your amazing why behind that story?
Sure. Mega Global Hub. It's a global bridge, actually, which connect two kind of people. Let me tell you how I just started that concept. It comes from my personal story. Okay. I have been a corporate employee for a long time, working in India, Qatar, Oman, and Dubai.
Mm-hmm.
But at some point of time, I had a spinal injury and I had a spinal surgery. And I was almost 1.5 years fully in bedridden. Okay. But so what happened was my 13, 14 years of work experience became zero value in my life after that surgery, because I was getting rejected from other job offers just because of this health reasons. So you can imagine that the income source of a family, a person in this stage with no job, no money, no income, no happiness, no health. So at that point of view, you can see I was a depressed man. a
Mm-hmm.
man who went totally down into depression. At that point of time, one of my friend who is a psychologist in Thailand, okay, he is also running a huge wellness center. He supported me to come up from this situation and to shift my career totally from a corporate employee to a full-time coach. That's how I came into this coaching interest. So I see him, my friend, as a superhero in my life.
Mm-hmm.
That point of time, I could see that there are a lot of people like me who need support. So that
Mm-hmm.
point where I started thinking about how we can create a team of superheroes in the real world. A superhero like my friend who brought me up into real life to be strong, to be more powerful, to be more motivated and help and support other people. That's how I came up with this concept. So people needed support around the world. And on the other side, there are a lot of experts, they have a world changing ideas, they have great expertise, and they are on the other side,
Mm-hmm.
okay, the real superheroes. So I wanted to connect these superheroes with these people who needed support, and that bridge is Mega Global Hub. We bring in great experts from all around the world, and we help people to live a happy, successful, and a purposeful life. That's Mega
Mm.
Hub.
And it really truly is wonderful to be a part of that hub. And I truly have to say that the level of individuals and coaches and the connections that we make, people are very authentic. And one of the things that really stands out for me is the work that you've been doing from this understanding with Project Me. And I'd love to understand a little bit more because the essence comes to us, right? Like the importance of being a successful leader, though, truly depends on what you talk about, which is the 4 Ps. I'm going to ask you to explain that to everyone because you started with a decision to change, to the decision to bring in these beautiful supports to help you grow. And now you're continuing that work. So, what is Project Me, and can you help me understand the importance of those 4 Ps and what they are?
Sure, sure. Project Me is basically my coaching concept.
Mm.
Okay, I started as a business coach, but what I realized is not only business is success. So
Mhm.
for me, a real leader isn't just about being leading teams or businesses. A true leader shows up as a leader in all aspects of his life. As a
Mm.
person, a leader as a person, as a leading and caring partner, as a leading parent, and as a leading professional. That's the
Mhm.
four pillars of life. So that's what inspired me to create this project Me. I saw so many successful people who were struggling in their personal life, relationship, or maybe health. So I really just wanted to blend my expertise in NLP, in emotional intelligence, business, and other aspects which I learned and I experienced, and through my clients' experience, I blended all this and created and built a system that helps people to master these four pillars. So
Mhm.
Project Me is all about me. If it's you, if it's all about you as a person, as a partner, as a parent, and as a professional. Because that's the core of a happy, successful, and a purposeful life. So that's Project Me.
And I just want to dive a little bit into that because I think this is the essence of what is so unique is your understanding of yourself, like the choices that you made. Other people were like, well, how did you do that, Arafath? How did you go from being, in a depressed state into acquiring and working hard and gaining like NLP, which is it's a process, it's a journey, it's an attitude about learning how to reprogram your subconscious mind, getting into positive states, being able to not be in, stuck state. So can you give any just advice or a reframe, just any tidbits, strategies or techniques or things that helped you get
Mhm.
from that earlier state to the openness to actually learn, to be open to try new things, to actually, doing something different. I think if I can just start there, I think that's an important thing because you've done that work.
Yes. I will tell you one quote, and
Mm.
I will tell you my another part of a life story which helped me to do this. The quote is, difficult path leads to beautiful destinations. Okay, so that's the first thing we have to believe in, we have to focus on. And the second part, wanted to share one of my story. Okay, I told you when I was having a depression stage at one part of my life. And what happened during that time is we had a heavy flood in Kerala, in my place in India, in 2018. Okay, in 2018 we had a 2017 or 18 in between. Okay, and we had a heavy flood in Kerala, and people at one part was totally stuck. They were totally staying away, and because of the flood, the bridges were collapsed, and nobody were reaching them. So they were not having food, they were not having the shelters, water, and everything. They lost everything. At
Mm.
that point of time, I asked my friends, how can we support them? It was almost 1.5 hours to travel from my place. So when I asked my friends, shall we collect some food and water and medicines, and shall we go there and give it to them, the people who needed support? And my friend said, yeah, let's go by a car. Let's collect something, everything with the people who want to support. And we were planning to go with a car. But what happened was every people from our region supported, and we went there with four trucks, four
Oh,
big
wow.
truck.
That's amazing.
Just planning for a car, but we went there with four truck one time, and we went there with five truck the second time.
It kept
Okay.
growing.
Yes. Okay. But in this stage, what I believed was, even during that depression stage, I was able to do something to help and support people. And
Mhm.
do you know one thing? The one sentence which actually touched my heart when I reached there, the people there, the one person who was leading them, came to me and told me that God sent you to us.
Mm.
We almost thousands are here waiting for some food, for some water, and everything. We are all stuck here, and God sent you to us. So just imagine these words, hearing by a depressed man. So from that point, I could understand that in any stage of our life we can come up. If something difficult is going on in your life, be happy that you are
Mm.
being tested. Okay, be
Yes.
happy and excited, yeah, that these things are coming to me to make me stronger. So that helped me to come up and work on this superheroes concept, because there I was a superhero
I
for them.
love that, and I see those who are watching us live or thumbs up, and thank you so much. It's powerful, right? It's in the story, it's in the understanding of ourselves. That's why I'm digging a little bit deeper, Arafath, because I think it's so important that if you're listening, to look at yourself, look at your life, look at how are you thinking, what are you feeling, what are you experiencing, because when we open ourselves up to look at ourselves from within to without, things change. And I want to shift a little bit because we're having this conversation also about the unity and diversity. And so, as you're growing, as you're evolving and becoming an expert in all these different areas, around you, there's a lot of cultural differences. There's different ways to communicate and to work with others. And particularly in India, there's a lot of different groups and ways of communicating. So how have you been able to take this new learning and really support this worldwide connection and collaboration through this diversity?
Yes, the term unity in diversity.
Mhm.
And when considering India, it's the best place to tell that word, unity in diversity. And
Mhm.
working in India has been one of my greatest teachers, because living in India, India is actually breathing the definition of unity in diversity. You can imagine hundreds of languages, cultures, religions, traditions all together.
Mhm.
and it showed me, and it helped me to deal with people from different aspects, different cultures. Okay, dealing with people from different states of India, it's the same like dealing with different people in different countries, because it's diverse people, diverse culture, diverse everything, all experience. So
Mhm.
based on this diversity, it's not a problem to solve actually, it's a strength to leverage. So that's why we work on this concept of diversity but unity in diversity, and we offer our all our team members that diverse experience, and we offer all our clients diverse learning experience. And especially with this new technologies and global communities, we leaders need to build with a foundation of ethics and cultural respect, and
Mhm.
understanding that one size fits all solutions never truly fit.
I love that, Arafath, because I'm going back to the couple earlier sentences that I'm hearing from you in this
Mhm.
podcast is that you took responsibility, you brought in different resources, you opened yourself up, you were in service, you were shifting yourself out of what you were doing, but you're really opening yourself up to others, to other perspectives, to taking in and aligning and being of that great service. So for leaders around the globe, what can
Mhm.
they do to bring in this unity and diversity? What ways could they communicate more openly, fully, respectfully? Love to learn from you and your experience.
Yeah, leaders from across the world can go more global or believe in this unity and diversity with just one change in you or one change in us. Okay, don't be concerned, just trust people.
That's good.
Uh,
Hmm.
just trust people, just be empathetic. Okay, and no ideas are crazy, no people are crazy. Every ideas has got its heart and soul, and every people has got their own heart and soul, and we all bleed red.
We
Okay.
do.
And
Yeah.
no matter our religion, our culture, our whatever it is, whatever differences we have, let's enjoy that difference, and let's make all that come together and work together and grow together. That kind of a world is very much required in at this point of time. So
Hmm.
trust people. There
And
may
and
be
you
people with.
that's tough though. I mean, for some people, Arafath, I mean, you do that wholly, but I guess the question I had to jump in on that is, I'm asking people who are listening now or later, like, how do you look at yourself? Are you open to receiving different points of view, different ways of being? And that requires, I'm kind of building on this, the emotional intelligence to understand the differences. So
Yes.
I know we're both emotional intelligence practitioners. Can you help support someone to unpack that? Like how can I actually do this? That's the interesting piece. Like what is emotional intelligence and how can we actually do this work? How can we be more open and actually embrace trust or be able to build trust and accept?
Yeah, it's like, uh, about leadership. Emotional intelligence is the heartbeat of conscious leadership.
Mhm.
And in my work with the leaders, emotional intelligence helps them move beyond just skills or strategy. Okay, it's about empathy, it's about self awareness, it's about understanding each other and the ripple effect of our decision. Okay, and especially when leaders develop high emotional intelligence, they make better decisions, they make better choices, they make
Mhm.
build stronger relationships, and it helps to navigate them through the challenges with resilience. And as we integrate this AI technologies into leadership, still emotional intelligence is more crucial than ever, because it's what keeps us innovation ethical and grounded.
Yes.
So EQ
Yes.
is my compass, emotional intelligence is my compass actually. So making sure like technology supports people, not the other way around, like being afraid of these technologies. So emotional intelligence, it's very important once we work on with global leaders, global people around the world, because once we are touching people with different experiences and cultures, we have to be emotionally intelligent once we're talking with each and every one of us, because I'm experiencing that. Because some are very much concerned, some are very open, okay, some are little bit they only value results, okay, some
Mhm.
are very trustworthy, they trust people very fast, but on the other side they don't trust people very fast. It's very hard for them. And some are very
Yes.
rude to new people, new connections, okay, some are very empathetic to invite more connections to their personal and professional life. So we have to manage this with our emotional intelligence. It helps.
Yes, and this is the interesting intersectionality that I really wanted to dive into in the Leadership Heart podcast, is being able to ground ourselves into our heart as we're receiving all this beautiful information and we're connecting with other individuals. Some persons, as you've just said, may be more receptive. They may be more open to a dialogue, to having exchange and communications. Others may be like, I'm just thinking of supporting this conversation around and getting your expertise on this. Body language is very important, and that comes back to NLP, the tone, the cadence, the matching and mirroring of people, and how that can help facilitate building rapport. Love to hear your thoughts on that, because that will help us in understanding and building global connection, right, and global collaboration, and
Yeah.
understanding the diversity. So what are your thoughts on that, Arafath?
I just combine everything, this what I learned and experienced,
Mhm.
because I have been with NLP strategies. I'm an NLP master. At the same time, I have been practicing emotional intelligence as a emotional intelligence coach.
Mhm.
Also, at the same time, I focus on CBT, the cognitive behavioral therapy, and other psychological aspects, because I have done almost 30 courses regarding these therapies. Okay, so what I do is I combine this all this, and whichever suits during our coaching or during our experience, okay, we used to apply that. And I just work based on my experience, how I learn from people, how I observe people, okay, and that helps me a lot. And this NLP techniques, even CBT, the cognitive behavior, emotional intelligence practices, so I just combine whatever works. We have to just follow that, because no system is okay for everything. So we have to be
Yes.
flexible.
Yes. And for like this kind of making it even more basic, would there be any particular actions that leaders could do today to become more aware of kind of how they're showing up, how they're communicating, that may help support them to invite a diversity of voices into the, let's say, into a boardroom or into their next meeting? Something really tactical or strategic that they could start to do today, as an example, if they were going to go, or Monday, they were going to go into the meeting, that may help them.
Yeah, just respect every people, every person. Okay, not based on the, what to say, any country difference, any religion, or any uh, other differences. Just value people based on their values. Okay, at the same time respect their personal belief, values, and everything. Because
Mhm.
I told you, like, India just taught me that diversity, because we here celebrate each and every celebrations, no matter what religion it is. Even if it was with the Hinduism, we celebrate Onam. With the Christians, we celebrate Christmas. Okay, and they celebrate together with us the Eid.
Mhm.
Okay, and even with my Chinese friends, we celebrate Chinese New Year. So just celebrate. So because I have been into different other Gulf countries, because in Dubai,
Mhm.
in Qatar, and there also we can see diversity in each organizations. People from different cultures, different countries come together. Okay, still there were some issues regarding this uh, people matters, but still
Mhm.
that experiences help me a lot. So leaders should focus on respecting each and every people, as respecting each and every people's culture and their belief, at the same time working on the opportunities and the results together as a team.
I love that. And, you know, when we talk about values, values are one of the most important things that you as an individual, if you haven't taken time to sit down today, have a reflection moment and, journal out again, what is important to you? What are your core values and what is the significant beliefs attached to them so that you can move forward? The reason I'm bringing that up now, Arafath, is that as we're expanding globally and we're using more and more technology, because in the leadership part, we're really kind of blending that human-centered AI. It's about the heart, but we're using these new technologies.
Mhm.
I believe, and I'd love to get your thoughts on this. And you touched on a little bit earlier the importance of using tools like AI in the
Mhm.
work that you do and keeping the heart centered first. So, can you give any strategies to those leaders out there building new culture or situations and connections and collaborations? You're using technology to connect
Mhm.
globally, like we're using StreamYard today. Are there any tips or strategies that you have that have worked well in that area and using technology, but making sure it's still grounded in your values and in your heart?
Yeah, it's a very important point. Like each and every leaders need to remember this one thing. That means technology should serve people, not to replace their humanity.
Hmm.
So to keep AI and innovation ethical and inclusive, leaders have to stay hyper aware of the biases, because biased data to create biased decisions. Okay, so you should use the technology there to serve us, to serve our purpose, but at the same time we should be ethical and focusing on the humanity and of course the unity. And at the end of the day, empathy and ethics, that should drive the innovation, not only just efficiency.
And I
Because
think that
if
also brings in the important point to Arafath is how do you define success from that?
the success definition, right?
Yes, yes. Like, what is your
Yeah,
definition of success? Because
yeah,
what you just said there, there's so much we could unpack. Because some people may find, well, I just want efficiencies. Others say, no, I want it to be a win 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 for myself, my organization, and humanity. So I love to learn a little bit more from you what your thoughts are on that.
yeah. My success definition is maybe like it's too simple. Okay, it's to live a happy life as a person. Okay, to be a successful professional wherever, whichever projects I am working, to be a happy and successful parent, and to be a happy and successful loving and caring partner. This is my success definition. Apart from that, I have one more thing to be which I define my success is to leave a legacy. How?
Mm.
What I told you, by helping people, by impacting them, by supporting them, at least creating a giving a smile itself, I believe it's a success.
You know what? A smile is the most beautiful, joyous thing we can exude. Like you have a wonderful smile. You're always open and beautiful. I see you may be having a little bit of a glitch, so hopefully, oh, there you are. You're back. Okay, wonderful. And so that's how much radiance that you had and the energy that you had. And as we're coming together, this story really began at the beginning with your own personal story of awakening from a darker place to being in service, to finding purpose, to having a new mission and vision of unity and diversity, particularly in India, but growing globally,
Mhm.
and bringing
Mhm.
others into that place. So, in order for us, we have just a few more questions. One of the things that
Mhm.
really I would find most fascinating and interesting is, for the listeners um, who feel inspired by your mission, what would be one step that they could take today to grow as not only an emotionally intelligent, but a purpose driven leader like what you've done?
Yeah, the best first step is to pause and reflect.
Mhm.
Okay, Then what to say, how I am showing up as a leader. It's not just at work. As I told you about the four pillars,
Mhm.
be a leader there as a person, be a leader there as a partner, as a caring partner, be a leader there as a parent, and be a leader there as a professional. And so then commit to one small daily action that grows your empathy. Okay, that's what helps me. And whether it's truly listening to someone, appreciating different perspectives, maybe just being more present with your own emotions. So I believe in the purpose driven leadership, because living a purposeful life, it's important. And that doesn't start with just a grand vision. It starts with simple human moments. Okay, just simple moments with human, the people, and that too done consistently. So trust people, be empathetic, okay, work on the vision, and that's how you grow yourself, and that's how you lift up your community, and that's how we grow together.
Oh, I love that, and I want to honor the some of our beautiful friends. My friend Lynn has stopped in. Cecilia, hello, and Will is here. Thank you so much for coming in and saying hello. And I love to what you said there, Arafath. It really brings in this whole sequence of understanding that for this Leadership Heart podcast, it really starts from within, from the self. And as we
Yeah.
go through our different world, different days, different experiences that we do, we change, we evolve, but ultimately, how we define success is that sustainable impact, like being consistent and doing the great things. So, as we conclude, I can't believe we're already at the half an hour mark already, Arafath. How can my audience get in touch with you? I know you have so many amazing upcoming summits. So why don't we start with that? Can you maybe just share with everyone your upcoming Global Mega Hub exciting summits, and then we'll maybe just offer how everyone can get in touch with you as well.
Sure, sure. We organized the world's biggest multi-category interactive summit, Master Your Life, and we recently did the biggest event in Spanish. So we are now expanding to different regions in different languages. Okay, so we are going to organize the biggest interactive event for the Arabic region, Master Your Life Arabic edition, and we are going to organize the Malaysia edition exclusively with Malaysia and also for India as well. And we are also going to organize the biggest event in Africa exclusively for Africa audience, where still the global learning, global coaching is still not accessible for them. So we are going to reach more to them. And also in this September, we are planning for a AI summit, artificial intelligence summit with great AI experts from our elite panel members of Mega Global Coaches.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Arafath. And, again, as we kind of wrap up our amazing podcast today, are there any other closing remarks, Arafath, that you'd like to leave with this audience, and then how people can get a hold of you at your website or however else?
Yeah, the one word which I would like to say is live a purposeful life. Live a life with purpose and leave a legacy. And just go through the word of the book, Who Will Cry When You Die? And
Mm.
just ask yourself why I am living. What's the purpose? Why I'm here in this world? Okay, that question will totally change our impression towards our life, and we will start working on it. And definitely, you can reach me via my Facebook or LinkedIn. You can search me, I like Arafath Cholassary. And towards the mega global coaches, you can find any coaches, any trainers, any experts, and connect with them directly. So all your requirements will be met there. It's You can visit www.megaglobalcoaches.com. You can find the right experts for you to connect. You can find the latest updates about the events. You can find the latest learning resources there.
Thank you so much, Arafath. On the Leadership Heart podcast, we are so grateful to experts, to truly empathetic, conscious leaders like Arafath, who is changing the connection, building and expanding connection around the globe from every single heart that he touches, the work that he's doing, the integrity, the vulnerability that he brings is truly exceptional. And so I want to thank you so much for bringing your heart, bringing your presence, bringing your knowledge to the Leadership Heart podcast. And I'd like to be able to say to the audience, next week we will have another incredible guest who really, truly is transforming, is leading with heart in an empathetic way. And the Leadership Heart podcast will continue throughout the summer. And I'm so excited. And I thank you for attending, for listening, enjoying, and we will see you again very shortly. Thanks, everyone. If you want to learn a little bit more about us, please go to www.activatesuccessedge.com or check out Facebook under Sandra J. Horton. Thank you, everyone. Bye for now.
Thank you. Thank you.